What if the price of peace was another nation's freedom? Would you sign that deal? In September 1938, world leaders gathered in Munich to stop a war. Instead, they may have lit the fuse that would start the greatest conflict in human history. This is the story of the Munich Agreement, when Europe chose compromise over courage and peace turned to illusion. Europe on the brink. Adolf Hitler demanded the Sudetenland, a border region of Czechoslovakia with a large ethnic German population. He claimed these people were mistreated, but his real aim was expansion. The first step in dismantling Czechoslovakia and redrawing Europe under Nazi control. Czechoslovakia was ready to resist. It had one of the strongest armies in Europe and alliances with France and the Soviet Union, but its fate would be decided without its voice in the room. On September 29, 1938, the leaders of Britain, France, Italy, and Germany, Neville Chamberlain, Édouard Daladier, Benito Mussolini, and Adolf Hitler, met in Munich. After tense hours of negotiation, they signed an agreement. Czechoslovakia would hand over the Sudetenland to Germany. In return, Hitler promised peace. Chamberlain returned to London, waving the paper and declaring, "Peace for our time." But the peace lasted less than a year. By March 1939, Hitler had occupied the rest of Czechoslovakia, and by September he invaded Poland. The world was at war. The Munich Agreement became a lesson written in shame, a warning that appeasing tyranny only feeds its hunger. So we must ask, when should peace end and resistance begin? Is compromise the art of diplomacy, or the first step toward disaster? Tell me what you think. Was Chamberlain a peacemaker, or a man who gave away Europe's future?